Hello, this is Mark from Super Agates. It's a beautiful day, and today we're going to cut 18 different stones, see what they all look like. Thanks for watching. Okay, I very rarely will cut agate or cut rock when I don't cut some tiger eye. I just love tiger eye. It's rarely a surprise because you can see from the outside how it's going to turn out, but a beautiful variegated piece of tiger eye from South Africa. Love to cut different things. It makes it very interesting. Nothing like cutting rock, really. It takes away all your stress. You don't think about things that are bothering you. You don't think about work or family or anything like that. It's just you and the rock. But tiger eye from South Africa. Here's another stone that I like to cut because I find those. This is a prairie agate from South Dakota, and it has some nice banding in the jasper. Cuts nice, and a little bit underrated in my opinion. I really like the prairie agate. It's actually a banded jasper or chert, but this is known as prairie agate. And this is a beautiful geode. I bought this geode when I was in Quartzsite with a few others. Has some great sparkle, and it will fluoresce under shortwave light, very bright green. So very happy with that cut. Not surprised it cut well, but very happy with it nonetheless. Geode from Mexico. Another staple of cutting is Brazilian agate. The yield rate on Brazilian agate is very high, and it's a lot of fun to cut. You might have noticed it takes a lot of time to cut it too, because it's very hard. It's probably the hardest agate. That and perhaps the Montana moss. But Brazilian agate, happy with that cut, came out very nice. Okay, so this is sort of a banded amethyst, and it comes from Mexico. I purchased this while I was in Tucson. Always love amethyst, and if I can find a different kind of amethyst, I'm a sucker to buy it. So another fun one to cut, amethyst from Mexico. Sure appreciate you watching. On this cut, it's Turritella agate, and that comes from Wyoming. It's shells embedded in jasper. It's a beautiful stone. It'll be a polished stone and a fossil at the same time, so always fun to have something like that. But Turritella from Wyoming. This is a stone that I just bought in Tucson when I was there, a newer thing for me at least. It's a purple chalcedony, and it comes from Mexico. And has some nice patterns and some purple color. A little bit of contrast, so nice stone, different type of stone. Always looking for something new and different, and this was one of them. So this is a Puma agate from Argentina. Not all stones are going to come out the way you want them. It's okay in its form, but you'd rather have some nice orange and black agate in the center. But Puma from Argentina. Again, something different. And I can't cut stones without cutting some agates. Agates are my favorite. And this is a Condor agate from Argentina. So always like to cut a winner now and then. And that's a pretty nice stone for a good cut. Condor agate, Argentina. This is a nice piece of petrified or agatized coral from Indonesia. It's got some beautiful colorations as opposed to the pale whites that a lot of it has. It shows the nice cell structure, so very happy with that cut. You might have noticed it. I had to decide how to cut it, whether I wanted to cut it the long way or across those eyes, and I think I picked the right way. But Indonesia, coral. Agatized coral. Tiger jasper. This comes from Mexico. I've had it in the past, but this particular piece I bought when I was in quartzite. I'd like to see a little bit more orange in there. The black is hematite, the yellow is jasper, but tiger jasper from Mexico. This is blue lace agate, and it comes from Tanzania. Has a beautiful natural blue color. Can't get enough of it. Always fun. And one of the things I like about cutting multiple agates is you have a little different. It's not all the same thing. So another great stone to consider. And of course there's sodalite. Now that is a blue color. Just love sodalite. It's relatively soft and easy to cut. I mean, some of these stones are really honestly a little too big for my saw. But I made it through, and very happy with the sodalite. Of course, it's not a surprise when you cut a good sodalite. But that's sodalite from Africa. This is one of my favorite stones. It's a stone that I actually collected myself. It's Nebraska blue agate. It's actually a chalcedony, and it will fluoresce a very nice bright green under short wave and mid wave, sometimes even on long wave. But it's a lot of fun to cut this stone because I'm from Nebraska. It's the state gem of Nebraska. And here we have dumortierite. This comes from Africa, and another beautiful natural blue color, sort of a denim color, and I've made a lot of pieces for jewelry out of dumortierite because it matches denim so nicely. Actually, it's very easy to see what we were going to have in this stone when you can see the back side of it, but dumortierite from Africa. So this is sort of a geode agate from Mexico. I believe it's a Coyamito, but I've had it in my collection for a while and I've forgotten where I got it or how I got it. But a nice crystal geode. As far as the agate goes, there's very little banding, but it's a crystal geode from Mexico. Okay, so this is Kambaba jasper, and it comes from Madagascar. It's a beautiful stone, great contrast. You know, in stones, it's contrast that makes everything, and I do love a green color, and that black contrast is just beautiful. I guess it's actually a stromatolite, but it's called Kambaba jasper. Lovely stone. And here we have a beautiful cathedral agate from Mexico. Has beautiful contrast and color and just pattern. It's a lovely stone. It's a good one to end with. Had a lot of fun cutting all the different kinds of stones. Some were very nice, some were just nice. A couple weren't as good as I'd hoped, but overall very happy with it. I hope you enjoyed watching. This is Mark from Super Agates. Thank you.